Longtime supervillain Felonious Gree has his pride hurt when an anonymous rival steals the Great Pyramid of Giza and replaces it with an inflatable replica. In retaliation, he, his elderly assistant Dr. Nefario, and his army of minions concoct a plan to steal the Earth's moon. Dr. Nefario worries that the plan will be too expensive, so Gree applies for a loan from Mr. Perkins, the director of the Bank of Evil, who orders Gree to steal a shrink ray first. While at the bank, Gree meets young supervillain Vector and learns that he is the mastermind behind the pyramid heist. Gree and his minions successfully steal the shrink ray from a research base, only for Vector to intercept them and steal it for himself. After trying and failing to steal back the shrink ray from Vector's fortress, Gree notices 3 orphan girls, Margot, Edith, and Agnes, being allowed into their fortress to sell Vector cookies. Gree disguises himself as a dentist and adopts the girls, planning to use them in his plot to reclaim the shrink ray and return them once the scheme is over. Gree's initial attempts at parenting are disastrous, and things are further complicated by their ballet practices. The girls discovering his underground lair, and Dr. Nefario's skepticism to his plan. Gree eventually manages to use the girls to distract Vector long enough for him to get the shrink ray back. But the girls insist upon stopping at an amusement park on the way home. Gree plans to abandon them there, but finds himself enjoying his time with the girls, and they begin to bond. At home, Gree shows Mr. Perkins, via video call, that he has the shrink ray, though the girls repeatedly interrupt the call. Mr. Perkins still claims he is not impressed, and refuses the loan. Seeing Gree sad that he would not be able to steal the moon, the girls give him their piggy bank. Inspired, the minions pool all their resources, and Gree begins to sell his belongings to raise the money needed for the project. Dr. Nefario calculates that they will have to go for the moon when its orbit brings it closest to Earth, but the day is the same as the girls' ballet recital. Believing Gree is too distracted, he calls Miss Hattie himself and tells her to take the girls back. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins informs Vector, revealed to be his son, of Gru's possession of the shrink ray, prompting Vector to take action. Gree successfully shrinks and steals the moon. He tries to make it home in time for the ballet recital, only to find out Vector has kidnapped the girls. Hurrying to the fortress, Gree gives Vector the moon, but Vector refuses to hand over the girls. Gree fights his way through Vector's defenses, causing him to flee, with the girls and the moon, in his aircraft. Meanwhile, Dr. Nefario and the Indians discover that the effects of the shrink ray are only temporary. The larger the object, the faster it returns to normal size. They and Gree perform a daring murder rescue of the girls before the moon returns to its normal size and launches itself into orbit, stranding Vector on it. Sometime later, Gree reads the girls a bedtime story he wrote based on his experiences, and they confess love for one another. The girls perform a special ballet recital for Gree, his mother, Dr. Nefario, and the minions. One minion decides to change the song to something more dance party style, starting a rave.